Okay, good night, everyone. Welcome to our podcast about globalizations. Today, we'll be exploring how this phenomenon has impacted various aspects of our your life. Let's start with the first question. How has globalization transformed the way we communicate and build relationships, especially?
Okay, the first question is how has globalization transformed the way we communicate and build relationships, especially considering the rise of social media and instant connectivity?
Okay, I think, in my opinions, communication and relationships, specific in globalizations, has revolutionated communication by breaking down geographic barriers. Social media platforms, instant messaging, and videos includes help of connect with the people world online in real time. Positive aspect increased connective because we can make relationship across borders and cultural exchange to diverse perspectives or understand of the world. Change or problem specific is digital overload and information overload can destroy relationship and loss of face-to-face interactions. Explore diverse perspectives, exceed or understand of the world. Specific and globalization example is playlist. Her playlist is that celebration cultural diversity and globalization, waving flag.
Um, I agree with you, Fernanda. I think that social media has removed geographic barriers and allows people to connect with others quickly and easily, regardless of their location. This has led to greater diversity in our relationship as we can now interact with individuals from different cultures, language, and backgrounds without having to be present. um, I think so I remember when my parents have told me what communication was like at the time. Cell phones and technology were not as advanced as now, and I think that has been easier in one way or another for today's generation. The bad thing about all this is when social networks are used in bad way, which make many things dangerous.
Well, I agree with you that social media has transformed the way we communicate and build relationships. It's amazing how we can connect with people from all over the world instantly. Additionally, access to technology today allow us to stay in touch with friends and family in a way that was previously unthinkable. However, as you mentioned, we must also be aware of the dangers that can arise when social media is used irresponsibly.
Um, they say things that I agree with there. I believe that globalization is something that is part of everyday life and has affected us positively and negatively. A good thing, I think, is that we can communicate with other peoples we love or meet new people, obviously with caution. Um, there are many people who make content on social media and who enjoy it. And for example, people who talk about books, that is very nice, and many share emotions about books and new friendships are created through that. And in many countries there are people who do it, and it's called bookstagrammers. And I know that many have been to start doing because they see other peoples from other countries doing, and they get motivated for this.
Well, I think the globalization has fundamentally altered the landscape of communication, fostering a more interconnected world. With the advent of social media and instant connectivity, we now have the ability to connect, communicate, and across geographical boundaries instantaneously. And this has not only facilitated the exchange of ideas, but also has played a crucial role in shaping how we will and maintain relationships. Social media platforms have become virtual bridges, allowing us to connect with people from diverse cultures and backgrounds. Uh, Moving with the next question, that is, if you were to create a playlist representing the globalized world, what songs would you include, and how they reflect cultural diversity and globalization?
Okay, the next question is, um, if you were to create a playlist representing the globalized world, what song would you include, and how do they reflect culture, diversity, and globalization?
Okay, I love this question because I love the music. Specific include where playlists that celebration cultural diversity and globalizations. In my opinion, is Despacito by Luis Fonsi because it's the hit. Hi Ho, the Sobla Minions. I also the Pego. This is so the global impact of the music and the Mi Muchachita Linda de Juan Luis Guerra is beautiful and sweet songs. Uh, or of course in the close in my playlist.
So in my case, I definitely el costo de la vida, or in this case, in English, the cost of living by Juan Luis Guerra, defines the economic and social globalization of many countries. The lyrics of the song talk about the corruption of many governments, the unbalanced economic, and the poverty experienced in Latin American countries. But there are also some that show the positive side of globalization, like Shakira's song called Waka Waka or This is Africa. Um, the video for the song shows the culture, the diversity between various countries in the world, as well as the union that exists when people come together to watch a sport. It must also to be taken into account that tends to internet platforms, and the song never goes out of style on social network like TikTok.
Yeah, this is
Um,
sorry.
in addition to the songs we mentioned, I would also add One Love by Bob Marley, which promotes unity and peace among all people, regardless of their background. This song is an anthem of globalization as it transcends borders and cultures to transmit a message of love and solidarity. It will also include Colors by Jason Derulo, a song that celebrates cultural diversity and the beauty of our difference. I believe that these songs not only reflect the cultural diversity of the world, but also remind us of the importance of unity.
Yeah, this is very interesting. And well, I think they could be world famous songs. And for example, from the band Queen, the song I Want to Break Free is a no and I like by most people in the world. And the lyrics talk about freedom and being ourselves. You, Maripas, what other songs?
Sorry. Well, if I create a playlist, I believe the Globalization playlist, I should showcase the rich, the diversity of musical expression. Songs like "We Are the World," collaborativity effort featuring various artists conveys a message of unity and togetherness. Another addition could be, I think, Bailando by Enrique Iglesias, a song that blends Latin and electronic influence, creating a lively international vibe. And of course, I will also include Waka Waka by Shakira. It's a very popular song, and it's for me, it give you a feeling of being united.
Yeah, it's true. So the next question is: imagine you're an entrepreneur and creating a global brand. How will you navigate cultural difference to ensure your product is well received worldwide?
Okay, in my opinion, navigate cultural different as an entrepreneur is research, understand cultural norms, values, and taboo in the target markets. Localizations, adapt your product, branding, marketing to resound with the local sensitivities and collaborations. Partner with locals to gain insight and building trust.
Um, so in my case, to address cultural difference and ensure my product is well received around the world, I will take an approach of culture sensitive and adaptably. Um, this will involve conducting extensive research on the culture preference and sensitive of different target markets and adjusting my marketing strategy, product design, and brand messaging to be culturally relevant and appropriate in each region.
I think the same as both of them. In addition to extensive research, you will establish local connection in each region to better understand market preference and demonstrate a genuine commitment to local culture, being responsive to consumer feedback and continually adjusting the product and marketing strategy will also be critical to the success of the global brand.
Good. That is a good um, strategy. Uh, Well, it is somewhat difficult for your products to be well received in the market, but not is impossible if you take a good action. And for example, when you're doing a market study in all areas in the market, including having a diversity work team and that representing different cultures and backgrounds.
In my opinion, successfully launching a global brand requires a deep understanding of cultural difference through our research on norms, values, and preference in different market essential by adapting marketing strategy and product design while respecting cultural norms. A brand can ensure it resonates authentically with diverse audience and the worldwide.
Now, discuss the impact of globalization on fashion trends. How do international influences shape the way young people express themselves through clothing and style?
Okay, and global fashion trends, in my opinions, influence specific runaway shows because international designs showcase diverse styles. Street fashion because social media expresses your to global trends and impact all expressions. Specific mix and match, young people build tradition and modern elements. Cultural fusions because global fashion is very creative. Identity explorations because clothing becomes a canvas for self-expressions. And is is my opinion.
Cool.
You're right, Maria Fernanda. So in my case, young people around the world now have access to a much with wider variety of styles and trends thanks to the influence of globalization fashion. This has led to greater diversity in the way young people express themselves through clothing and style, as they can mix and match elements from different cultures and traditions to create their own unique look. We must also take into account the trends to appear on social networks. To majority of young people today want to be with trendy products from different brands such as Shane, Sarah, Rebeauty, among others.
It's a good point.
Uh, Sorry, the camera. Um, I agree with you that social um,
Excellent, excellent. Um, well, globalization has transformed fashion production, design, and distribution and consumption, and young people are inspired by different cultures and styles from around the world, access international brands, and follow global influencers. Although I also think that this had led to diversity and accessibility in fashion. And you, Angie, what do you think?
yeah. I completely agree that globalization has expanded a fashion option for young people. International influence shape our perception of fashion and allow us to develop a unique style. However, we must balance pursuing global trends with supporting local and sustainable fashion.
I totally agree with you girls. Well, in my opinion, I think globalization has transformed the fashion into a global language. Young people today draw inspiration from international influence, expressing their unique styles by blending various cultures elements from traditional to contemporary fashion. Fashion has become a canvas for global expression, breaking down geographical boundaries.
Yeah. Now, considering the popularity of international cuisines, how has globalization influenced our eating habits, and what are the positivity and negativity aspects of this global culinary exchange?
Okay, I think the culinary is very, very big change because specific globally global culinary exchange positive aspect one's diverse palettes because access to global cuisine broadens or this boast and food tourism because culinary exploration exceeds travel experience and exactly and changes homogenizations. Some traditional dishes love authenticity and health implications because fast food globalizations affect her shows.
Um, I agree with you, but in my case, this has led to greater diversity in the gastronomic offering available around the world, allowing people to experiment with a wide range of international flavors and cuisine. For example, in Nicaragua, we can experience international foods such as Chinese, Japanese, and Mexican food. Um, However, there have also been concerns about global diet and the impact on health due to the prevalence of processed and fast food that often accompany culinary globalization.
Okay, I agree that globalization has diversified our gastronomic offering, giving us the opportunity to experience flavors from all over the world. However, we must also consider the health risks associated with the prevalence of processed and fast food in the globalized diet. It is important to promote a balance between exploring new culinary cultures and supporting local and sustainable cuisine. And you, Yasiria?
Yeah, I think that is had a lot of influence on your diet because currently there are restaurants with food that are from other countries, and for example, sushi or Mexican food restaurants. And this is positive because we know other cultures, but it can also happen that we lose a little the tradition of eating typical food from your country. And you, Maribas?
And from my perspective, globalization has significantly influenced for eating habits by introducing a rich tapestry of international cuisine. While it offers a delightful culinary adventure, we must be mindful of potential downsides, such as the loss of traditional practice of issues. Striking a balance between global flavor and local authenticity is a key for holistic culinary experience. And that was all for
Bye.
today. I hope you like our podcast, which have globalization as the main idea, as the main topic.
Bye. It was a
Bye.
pleasure.
Night.